Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Where are my glasses? Let's see. I'm blind. My glasses. My glasses. I can't see anything without my glasses. How's everyone doing tonight? Link in the video description. What? Words are hard. Words are hard. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's enjoying their weekend so far. It's Saturday night. I feel all right. Things are going good. Hopefully, everything should be pretty good. Got a wonderful, should be a pretty chill stream today. If all goes well, we'll finish building our Jabberwocky. We might get it prepped and hopefully installed in the printer, and then we'll kind of go from there. It's Saturday night, so we'll probably just work on stuff for a bit, then just kind of, I got to get up early tomorrow, so we'll see how things go. But we're now live. We're now live. Hopefully I hit the right button. Am I actually live? I am live. Good. Good. Put in some things that don't belong on DIN rails on DIN rails. If it fits, it sits. If it fits, it sits. That's my rule. Is it breaking? Is it making noise? Is it as long as it's not a fire hazard. That's like the only thing you kind of have to worry about is if it's a fire. If it's a fire hazard, you might not want to do it. Working on a Jason costume. Why are you working on a Jason costume in January? Also, isn't it just like coveralls and a mask? A hockey mask and a coveralls? Is there something coming up? Or are you just working on it? I mean, there's nothing again. I'm working on a set of power armor in January. It is what it is. But just, it seems very Halloween-y, and it's kind of far from Halloween-y. Weenie. Yeah. So, just finished your D&D session. Ooh, I hope you rolled many 20s and the big bad evil dude is dead. Hopefully. Do you think the Seaboard kit is comparable with the LDO ones? I live in Brazil and we only have Seaboard available. So I will say the only Seaboard kit that I have built is this one right here, which mechanically worked great. I had some issues with the tool head, ended up replacing it. I know other people didn't have issues with the issues with the tool head that I had, so they're okay. They're okay. The reason I am so the reason I like to promote the LDO kits is simply for the fact they seem to have the best out of all the Voron kits. They have the best support, I guess you would say. They're the most like tuned into the Voron ecosystem and the wants and needs of the community. LDO kits are also about as good of a stock Voron kit as you can get, with it still being fully Voron compatible. Like this one, this is the Seaboard, this is all-wheel drive. You couldn't upgrade this to whatever Voron, if Voron ever upgrades the Trident to a V2 or the Trident or whatever, you can't really do this because this is all Seaboard. This is a Seaboard Trident. This isn't a Voron Trident. So that's one of the things you got to look at. But all the kits nowadays are pretty good. The only ones I'm kind of a little hesitant on, and very much the RB Dragons, if you know what you're doing, you're okay, but yeah, are Physec kits. I built two. I built a Physec Trident, and I built the Physec Venture XL, which we have on the other side of the garage. I will say mechanically good. Electronics have always been an issue, I found. So, yeah. If you're using Formbot, Formbot is, yeah, Formbot's fine. Formbot's fine. Formbot kits are pretty good generic kits. I do prefer the LDO kits because they come with a little bit of extra gubbins that are nice. And the documentation's a little bit better for the what is different from a stock kit. But the Formbot kits are pretty good as well. I mean, let's be honest, a bearing's a bearing, a screw's a screw. You're printing the plastic parts yourself. It's kind of hard to F up a Voron kit. Like, back in my day, when Voron kits first came out, there were some really sketchy kits out there that, like, they didn't come with the right extrusion types. They came with the wrong rail types. They came with the wrong types of bearings and wrong screw counts. Like, very, 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 very early Voron kits, especially like the no-name brand AliExpress ones, were very sketch. And it's like you had to throw away half the stuff that came with the kit, because like, here's the bed heater. Hope you're insured. Whereas like nowadays, pretty much all the major kits from all the major manufacturers, they're okay. It's just, what kind of kit are you looking for, right? Remember, we could all drive Honda Civics, but we choose not to for a reason. So yeah. I remember when Voron bought with bomb in a box. Yeah, LDO was the first like non-bomb in a box kit for the most part. For those that don't know, back in the day, like the early days of Voron kits, they were what was called bomb in a box, where just imagine a guy sitting there with the Voron bill of materials, walking down an aisle in AliExpress going, okay, 6 bearings, grab 6 bearings, and they just threw everything in a box and shipped it to you. Like, wiring, here you go. Here's some wire, a big spool of 60 meters of wire, cut and crimp your own stuff. Like, it was like that back in the day. So yeah. Had an issue with my original probe. LDO replaced it, no issues, even with a few months after. Yeah, LDO, the whole LDO is a really good company. They are, there's a few companies I like working with, and LDO is one of them. Speaking of LDO, we are building an LDO Jabberwocky kit. If you want to get one of these for yourself, you can purchase it wherever fine LDO products are sold, because they only sell through resellers, and I don't have any links to any specific resellers, because they're all good for the most part. Some old Voron kits on unlabeled silicone wire. Was it aluminum, tin copper? You don't know exactly. Like, it was very sus back in the day, but it's better now. It's better now. Okay. So what are we doing tonight? Well, it's Friday night, Saturday night. Saturday night. I feel all right. We are working on a Jabberwocky for the goal of putting a Big Tech VVD on an LDO over here. We have an LDO V2. Wow, that kit is old. I'm realizing how old that kit is. I think it's a V2.4 R1. I think it's V2.4 R1. So we got to finish building the Jabberwocky. While we're doing that, you're going to enter for your chance to win a spool of polymaker filament. Every stream we'll give away a spool of polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. We will do the draw for that at the end of stream. We'll stream for a couple hours, build some things, see how it goes, and then we'll wrap it up and then enjoy the rest of your weekend. Sound good? Sound like a plan? Sound like a plan. Cool. Let's get to it. What do you think if I replace my 350 bed with a 300, either index or stealth change? I'm working with limited room. There's really no advantage of, if you're with a Voron, the way it's designed, especially like the V2, there's really, if you already have a 350 bed in there, you might as well leave it in there. There's no real benefit to going to a smaller bed. Like, if you already have a 350, like with index or stealth changer, like it wouldn't really matter, because as long as you're using some sort of nozzle probe where you're probing off the bed, you don't need the Z switch, you're fine. There's really no, like, yeah, you would have extra area around it if you want to put like a purge bucket or something, but you don't really need that. So you might as well just keep the 350 bed in there. There's no point, if you have a 350 frame, there makes no point to go down to a 300 bed in a 350 frame. You might as well keep it in there. Like you just, you know, if you go to index, for example, if you put an index system in there, obviously you're going to lose some room on each side, because your one tool head obviously can't take the place. You know, we can't superposition one tool head into another tool head. The molecules don't line up. So you just wouldn't be able to use that much of the bed. You don't really, honestly, the only tangible benefit would be a slight decrease in your power bill, I think. That's about it. Yeah. Okay. They could do a box turtle. Well, yeah, but you could purge on the bed. You could purge into a prime tower or something. So. Okay. Jabberwocky. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Okay. So, where were we at? Let me, where Or did I? Oh, shoot, I think I closed the stupid wiki. Jabberwocky toolhead. Because we got to finish building this. Where is the wiki? Where is the wiki? Where is the wiki? Wiki. Wiki, Wild Wild West, Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want none of that. Running this, and the running this, Buffalo Soldier. I can't remember the rest. Some of you probably have no idea what that even is, and I feel sorry for you. You missed out. Okay. Jabberwocky, extruder front cover assembly. So I think we finished this. So we got all that. So now we are on to this side. Okay. So they were on to this side. Sweet. So last stream, we finished building the extruder portion of it. It's got the two end stops in it, both above and below the extruder gear itself. We started putting some stuff on. So that looks pretty good there. So now we got to build the hot end holding part. Okay. Giant mechanical spider. Exactly. Okay. So, also, I did some printing off stream. So we have a proper holder for the blade. So I've got the updated blade holder. I can't remember who I was talking to. I'm horrible with names in real life, let alone internet life. So I was talking with somebody and they sent me the files for the updated blade. So hopefully this slides in pretty good. We should be pretty good. Oh yeah, that's proper. That is proper. Okay. So I'm not going to put this in yet because I don't want to slice myself by accident. Every time I go to, wrong camera. Every time I go to grab this, I keep forgetting I took the blade out, and I'll grab it and go, oh shit, like I thought I cut myself and I took the blade out, so I wouldn't do that. But I keep thinking the blade's in that. So they could have called it Blade Runner. Dude, I beat, I finally did the Phantom Liberty expansion for Cyberpunk. Oh my God, that was so good. That was so good. We put these in last stream, so now we can go to this part. I did the Phantom Liberty DLC, and oh my God, peak. Just peak. It was so good. Next we'll install the LEDs. So, for mine, we have this PCB. So I'm assuming we got to screw this in somehow. With what? Is this where we use that random M2x2 screw that I only have one of? Is it for this? I think it might be for this because it's only got to hold this little piece in, maybe? Is this it? I think this is it. I don't know where else you would use screw it with C8. Well, there's a tap, there's a hole here, so I'm assuming you screw it in. Yeah, M2x2, yeah. I have one single M2x2, and the problem is this kit comes with this, where the instructions just show 2 LEDs. So I'm thinking this is where that screw goes. I mean, I'll put it in here, and if I need to take it out, I could, honestly, I probably could just VHP it in. But we'll try this and see what happens. But yeah, if you have Cyberpunk and you haven't done the expansion, oh my God, go play it. It is peak. It is so good. It is so good. I don't have a Allen key small enough for that. Did the kit come with a little Allen key for this? Where's my itty bitty Allen key? Do I have a little itty bitty Allen key? That is itty bitty. I'm thinking super glue might be a good idea for running the screw backing out. I mean, it's holding in an LED. It's not like there's any force on it, so I'm not worried about it backing out. Like there's no forces involved in this other than just... Why do I have so many of these, but I don't have anything? No. I gotta have something that'll fit this. Nope. Do I not have an Allen key that small? I gotta have one somewhere. I gotta have one somewhere. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do, right here. There we go. LDO Jabberwocky, okay. I'm assuming that goes there. I don't think of anywhere else where this screw could fit, so. It doesn't really want to go in all the way. 1 second. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay. And then this now slides in this way. There we go. Probably should have printed that in an accent color. Oh well. I mean, it's not an accent color here, but it is what it is. Okay, so now we have LEDs for nozzle lighting. Very cool. Very cool. Favorite part, running LEDs or running wires. This is why I don't like running LEDs in my tool head, but this kit came with some nice LEDs, so I'm going to use them anyways. But now I got to run LED wires, and I hate running LED wires, especially these ones, because they're stiff and they don't want to bend, and I hate them. Ugh. It's like I almost want to soak the LEDs in hot water so that the wires are actually like malleable. And I don't know how far these need to run to. Like, let me take a look. Let's see here. So those are those. Show me all the wiring. Show me image wiring. Oh, that's gonna, yeah, so those all run up that way. Okay, and then those run in that way. Click for wiring. So they have all the wiring coming out that side. Okay, I think I did this backwards. I did this backwards because see how it all comes out this side right there? On mine, I have the long wires here, so I think I gotta spin this so that the long wires come out this side and go around and out, and the short wires come out. So I gotta pop this out. Hopefully, I can get it out without it breaking. Uh-oh. I don't think that wants to come out. Okay, we got it unlocked. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Fun times. Now I gotta spin this around. like try and screw it into plastic without it falling out. Okay, there we go. Fallout Season 2 is halfway done. It is, and it is so good. I am so happy that we actually have somewhat, you know, think about it, like as I grew up video games, right? Video games were, I learned how to read through video games, right? Playing like Ocarina of Time, that was like texting, like I learned to type because of BattleNet. I had to learn to type quickly by playing BattleNet games like StarCraft 2 and whatnot, or StarCraft 1, because like that's, you had to type. Like online games is how I learned to type, and I learned how to read playing like video games, because that was like, okay, I got to learn how to read so I can read and figure out how to play this game and do what to do. So I grew up video games, and nothing was more annoying as somebody who loved video games growing up than watching Uwe Boll movies of video games. So the fact that we actually have like quality video game content, live action, like Fallout. I don't play League of Legends, but Arcane, Edge Runners, like we actually have, you know, some of the first season of Witcher. Like we actually have decent video game live action content now, for the most part. The Blood Rain movie, oh God. Although I will say, I will argue Uwe Boll's Postal movie was thematically good. It was a stupid, bad movie. But let's be honest, the Postal games are not good games. You play them for the vibe. So the Postal movie, being a bad movie, works. If you get what I'm laying down. Okay, this is super annoying. Come on. Oh my God, these wires are so annoying. I am not a fan of these wires. Go there. Just trying to get these in position so that I don't pinch them when I go to put the fans in. Violence, yeah. It's like, I don't mind bad movies. Like, not every movie needs to be like, you know, it's like, I like the Avatar movies. Are they the best writing in the world? No, but they're entertaining movies and they're visually appealing, right? Like, I know it's from South Park, but you remember the episode of South Park where they watch The Passion of the Christ? And they don't, like, the kids, two of the kids don't like it because it's just violence, and they go to get their money back, and it's like, I went to this movie to be entertained. I was not entertained. I want my money back. That is movies for me. As long as I am entertained, I'm okay with dumb fun movies. Dumb fun is a perfectly viable type of movie. Okay, where is this fan? Okay, so we do that, put those in. Carefully write the routers as fans will be installed in front of them. Space will be limited, I know. This is like the only, this is also one of the reasons I don't like putting LEDs in these little tool heads. They're so compact and efficient. Adding all this extra wire just makes it annoying. Is available on YouTube. Yeah, because it's not worth copyright protecting, or whatever it is called. It's... Apparently this just slots in there, okay. And that comes out that way. Okay, next, then install the M325 screw, which is the latch on the extruder. Then install the M325 screw, which you use to latch the extruder to the tool head lower body. This is located on the latch side of the shroud into the T-nut. Oh, okay, there's no picture, but it goes right here. 325. 1. Dudes, where my car? They don't make, so the problem is nowadays, because every movie has to be like, oh, it's got to be a socket. No, this is socket head. They don't make bad movies anymore because they can't afford to. I mean, they still do. There we go. Just enough. So this is for this to latch on to, because you can take this off for maintenance reasons pretty easily, which is actually pretty cool. I like the fact that you can easily just kind of pop it off if you need to. It just, like, I don't know, we'll make it work, but you just pop it off, pop it. So it'll be nice for maintenance and whatnot. Okay. So that, okay, so click for wiring. Okay, for the side fan, install it with the wiring faces outward. And that one, they run tape around it. So let's get these fans installed here. Now made for Netflix. Well, that's a thing, like, apparently it's a thing where you make movies specifically for like background noise. And that's how like a lot of content is consumed nowadays, where it's, you know, second monitor content. I'm second monitor content. Put a 1 in chat if you were watching me on your computer and I'm on the second screen right now. Put a 1 in chat. I'm okay with that. I accept my fate. I know what I am. But apparently, like, there's whole shows and whatnot that are made specifically for that kind of content, where it's like, that just, these wires just kind of get smushed there. How am I supposed to run these wires? Okay, yeah, they just kind of get smushed in there. Okay. 1, 1, 1. Yeah. Like on my computer monitor, I got my main screen where I got, like, you know, my video game, or if I'm browsing the web, reading stuff. And then I have my second monitor, which is YouTube or a stream or something, or a movie or something. And then I have my third monitor, which is above everything, which I use for like Discord and monitoring prints. So this is going to be annoying because that doesn't want to stay down. Okay, if I hold that there. Okay, so you got to go in like this. There we go. Like a glove. And now the second one, they have it taped. So they have a piece of tape going along that. You have tape that way and then tape that way. So let me just make sure I'm doing this the same way. Okay. So let me get some fancy tape. Do I have Captain tape? No. Oh, I know what tape I want to use for this. Give me 1 second. I got it downstairs. Give me 1 second. I will keep talking while I walk downstairs. 1 second so you guys can hear me. Okay, come down here. Where is that tape that I use for this stuff? Right here. Avoid the power armor. I have power armor set up in this room. I got 2 sets of power armor. Well, a robot and a power armor in this room. You know what I'm realizing? If I build, because I want to build something to put the T45 armor on when I'm not wearing it. I want like a skeleton to put it on. The T45 power armor, is bigger than the Gundam I built. I have a 6-foot Gundam in my basement. For those that don't know, watch the video, it's on the channel. That is bigger, that is smaller than the suit of T45 power armor I'm making right now. $2 a.m. in Spain right now. Ooh. How are things in Spain right now? Is everything good in Spain? What's the current what's the sitch in Spain right now? What's the vibe in Spain? Everything all good? It's raining here. Okay, I need to get sharper scissors. How easy it is to emigrate as an American? How easy it is to emigrate to Spain? Can you speak Spanish? I'm assuming that would help. I won't lie, I've had a few friends, online friends, like, how is it to emigrate to Canada right now? And I'm like, not easy. Gundam power armor? Or, I don't think the Gundam suit, I can replace the head. I could put the T-45 head on the power armor. That would be kind of funny, actually. I want to keep us down here. Okay, so now, so this will be nice. Actually, I'm going to do this in the future. Taping, when you, for the other, anytime you got to do double fans like this, A4T, Toolhead, Jabberwock, there's a couple Toolheads. Getting some nice tape and just taping on the wires so you don't accidentally rip them as you try to slide it in. That is something I may do more of in the future. Because nothing is more annoying than trying to put these wires in and you accidentally like rip it. And then it's borked and you're effed. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna like a little bit of tape don't hurt. A little bit of tape don't hurt. Although I screwed up, I probably shouldn't have. The last thing you want is these wires to get ripped out, so a bit of a nice tape. Okay, so now we got to do the same thing with these wires. You got to stuff them down there. Make sure you install these the right way with the actual blower blowing down, otherwise you're not gonna have a good time. There we go. And then after they're installed, make sure they spin. Always make sure they spin once you get them installed. Last thing you want to do is install them and they're rubbing. Okay. Snowing in Ottawa. I know. My brother lives in the Ottawa area and they get a decent there, but I'm below the snow belt. So snow for us like comes and goes. Like right now outside it is 2 degrees Celsius. So no snow. It was 11 degrees Celsius when I woke up yesterday and it went to bed, it was 0. It is kind of all over the place with the weather right now. Which really sucks. I am a firm believer. Okay, when did it tell me to put this in? Put that in, put that in. Next, install that. It doesn't, when did it tell me to put that in? When did it tell me to put the bearing in? It didn't tell me to put the bearing in. Well, I guess I'll put the bearing in. If I can find where I put it. Hopefully I don't lose them. There it is. Multicolor. We're building a Jabberwocky so we could put it in a V2 so that we can put a Big Tree Tech VVD and then also play around with a box turtle. We're going to be playing around with 2 different types of MMUs on this machine because it's mostly going to be a test platform for me because I don't really do a lot of multicolor personally. So this is going to be, we're building a machine so that I can test multicolor units on printers essentially. Gotta get this to slide in there. Did I line it up right? I did not line it up right now. There we go. There we go. The reason you have these little bearings here is so when you have the their cutter comes across, it's on a metal surface, so you don't shear plastic, and so you have a proper cut. Will you try multi-material? You can do multi-material on single nozzle multi-filament setups. The problem is with the amount of purge you need to ensure that you properly purge out the old material to the new material, because you don't want to be printing with a PLA ABS blend. You want to be printing PLA or ABS, and you also really don't want to be printing like ABS and then, you know, hips when you plan to dissolve the hips away because of support material. So really, if you want to do multi-material, you want multi-tool head, or at least multi-nozzle. Multi-nozzle is basically a worse way of doing multi-tool head. Okay, so now we have that. Finally install the fan. Ooh, we gotta put the grill in. Got the grill. We gotta put our grills in. You know, one second here. I gotta fix this. One sec. Oh shoot, where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. Okay, one second. I need to hit it with a heat gun real quickly because we got a I gotta hit it with a heat gun real quick just so I can get away some wisps. Make it clean. There we go. PLA to PETG. Having a tool changer, but there are times when you want more, plus reasonable planning for the more and the waste shouldn't be that bad. It depends. Like the thing with a in terms of waste, you will always have the problem with single nozzle setups, or the pro and the con with single nozzle setups is you always have the same amount of waste. Okay, so what do I mean by that? If you print, look at this. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah. Actually, shoot. One second. I'm gonna take this out for a second. If I can get it to come out, come on out, come on out. Well, at least I don't have to worry about it falling out. It's actually in there. There we go. There's a little bit of, whatchamacallit? Hot. There we go. There we go. Getting rid of the stress marks on the flat surface. There we go. You will always have the same amount of waste, okay? So what that means is if you are printing a multicolor object, right? You're printing, you know, hey look, it's a black and white multicolor object. If you were printing one of these, or you were printing an entire bed of these, the amount of waste is the same because the purge is based on layer change, right? If you have 3 colors per layer, you have to purge 3 times per layer. And it doesn't matter how many items you're printing. So if you're running a toy shop where you're printing stuff that you sell on Etsy or whatever, you're printing, you know, landfill, and it's for an Etsy store or whatever, or like a market store or whatever, and you're filling the bed, then yes, it kind of makes sense because one, your layer times are going to be long anyways because you're printing a full plate of stuff anyways. So the 30 seconds of purge and filament swapping on an AMS system versus a 5-minute layer because you're printing 25 things at a time, it's not that bad of a ding. The problem is when you're just one person printing one thing for yourself, then the single nozzle setup becomes time intensive and wasteful, right? We've all seen the pictures where somebody prints like something that's like a 60 gram print and they have 400 grams of purge and poop from their bamboo and it's in the garbage, right? But if you're printing an entire bed of those 60 gram models, then that purge is the same amount. So it really depends on how you're using your printer and for what. Now also, yes, tool changers are expensive and complicated unless you get the SnapMaker you want. But like pre the SnapMaker you wanted a Prusa XL. So in that case, you need to be printing enough where the amount that you're printing offsets the cost of the printer. Because while the single nozzle setups waste a lot of time and filament, they're also cheaper. So you can buy a lot of filament for the price difference between the two. And also you can, it depends on how valuable your time is. If you're just printing one thing for yourself and you don't mind leaving your printer on, like I don't care about speed in printers. I have enough printers. Very rarely am I ever rushed for a print. The only time I'm ever rushed for a print, honestly, is if I need to print something during the stream. That's it. So again, I will give you this advice. Not everything is for everyone. You need to look at what your use case is and what your needs are and what your allowances in terms of budget, time, room for your workshop, etc. Because for example, hey, you want to print multicolor stuff fast? Well, you bought into the marketing and you bought yourself a Bamboo H2C. Or you could have bought like or not 6, I don't think it's that much. You could have bought like 3 or 4 SnapMaker U1s and just run them non-stop for the same price. So like, you need to look at what you need for your use case and what fits your objectives, right? Not everything is for everyone. There is no best solution for everyone. So, okay, so we have that for that. Next, insert the LDO nuts into the conch. We have that, okay. So now I think I have to have all my wires coming out that side. So we need to have these wires come along here. Oh man, these wires are annoying. Come on. Okay, so you guys are gonna just kind of go there for now. So again, there is no best solution for everyone. They all have pros and cons. Although I'll be honest, the Bamboo H2C, I don't know who that really is for. It is a lot of money for a system that still has all the downsides of the AMS system, just more complicated and more expensive. The only thing it saves is a little bit of purge. So that system is the only one I'm very like, you really need to sit down and justify it. But that's based on my experience. I'm sure there are people that have purchased them and that are happy with them. Hopefully I'm on the right camera. I can't see right now. I'm trying to shove wires into a slot. Yeah, the upgrade kit for the H. Honestly, anyone, you don't buy the upgrade kit. Buying the upgrade kit to go from the H2D to the H2C is a sunk cost fallacy, I think. The only reason it exists is because I think, I'll be honest, is marketing. Because when the H2D came out and then the SnapMaker was announced, they needed to do something so that people could justify their H2D by going, okay, well, they showed this off, so I guess I can upgrade to the H2C later, so I'll buy the H2D now. Like, I think that's the only reason they offered that upgrade kit is so that they can lock in H2D sales. Until, because, you know, the SnapMaker U1, and then also the index system, which honestly, the only downside with the index system is that it's not out yet. Get in your hole. I gotta stuff this wire in first to hold the other 2 wires down. Oh man, I hate wiring. This would have been so much nicer if I didn't put the LEDs in, but no, you gotta put the LEDs in. You gotta make it look good. Aesthetics. Remember, it's not how good it works, it's how good it looks. There we go. There we go. Okay. You know what you're doing, build a Voron? Yes and no. There are plenty of valid reasons not to bother building a Voron. Believe me. There are plenty of reasons to not build a Voron. But for those that want to, it's a great option. Okay. So now we got to get the conch. The conch. Although, actually, oh, where is it? Where did I put it? 1 second. I might have another option. I might have another option here. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Your Fadus. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? I know I have it somewhere. It might be downstairs. I might have put it downstairs. If I could find it, I'll swap it later. I have an E3D Diamondback Hotend that I might put in this if I can find where I put it. So I put it somewhere and I don't know where. Because they gave it to me and then I stopped using my bamboo. Yeah, I'll look for where I put it. It's somewhere around here. Yeah. I gotta go through that shelf. Anyways, so we'll use the Fadus for now. But if I find it, I might swap that in. Because, you know, if I can put a Diamondback E3D Hotend in, I might as well. Okay, so how does this work? How does this work? So we have that goes that way and those go around. And then we attach it with M2.5 8 mils. Okay, so let's look at that image. So that's that. That already has a nozzle on it. That sock is much more robust than the stock one. Okay, that's loose. Where's my... tighten that. Oh. So that goes like this. Trying to pull this out exactly like the image so it matches the image. Okay. Okay, so that goes like that. This goes... Push the wire down to ensure it's sitting in the back and then towards the latch side of the channel to ensure. So it goes on the far side, I'm assuming. Okay. Carefully slide the conch Hotend in position and ensure the wires. Note, the late update was added. Okay, and then that goes in there and mounts up there. Okay, so do all the wires go through there? I guess all of them do. Oh, there's a hole there. I see. Oh, I see. They go through this hole. Okay, never mind. I'm big dumb. is this down here. It's hard to see in the image. There we go. And then we push that there. There we go. How do we, oh, it mounts right here. Okay, so. I'm assuming these are the two screws that hold it, M28s? Because there's, or do they go through the top? Then what goes here? M28, 2.58, M2.58. M2.58, right here. On the lower holes. Secure the hot end using M2.5 on the lower two holes. Okay, cool. There we go. And then I think we put two through there. What do we put through there? So what, it doesn't call for any screws that go through here. So I'm guessing. And we have the two in the bottom, but you got this hole here for two screws. It doesn't say anything about it. Also, that is not centered. That is not centered. Can you slide it over? Okay, so I'm wondering if I got to put these two screws in to make it centered. Oh, then you put that in, and then you put that in. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, I'm just gonna grab like two screws and throw it in, whatever. Let's see. Yeah, we'll use these, why not? Can't stick out too far. Nope. Well, those go right through. Those are straight up clearance holes. Oh, they got to put nuts in. That's what it is. Okay. It doesn't call for it anywhere. It doesn't show anywhere that there's nuts there. The nuts are still, batch gun kits have screws that are not in the kit. The latest build eliminates the need to drop. Oh, okay. So you don't need them at all. Never mind. They're not needed at all. I kind of want to put them in though anyways because extra. whatever. I want to make sure this hot end's not moving anywhere. So we're going to secure it from the bottom and the top, because why not? Why not? I don't think there's any downside from having my hot end be extra secured. Is there any downside from having my hot end be extra secured? With their bamboos printing really elongated holes in the vertical. Yeah, it's an issue with bamboos. I can't remember exactly what causes it. I think Grant has done a video on it, but it is an issue with bamboos. So, yep. There we go. It is a thing with bamboos. It's I can't remember if it's like if it's a mechanical issue or like an input shaping issue, but it is a thing with bamboos. I do know of that. So, okay. Yeah, that is not centered at all. So hopefully the bone and tube it lines up. We'll find out. Okay. So then those two go in there. That slides in there, and then you put that in. Okay, so gotta remove my little thing that I put in here earlier, because I guess we don't need that yet. So slide that out of the way. Okay. Then we take this. I'm assuming, okay, that's the back, because that has a nut. Okay. And then don't forget, we are doing the giveaway at the end of stream, so if you haven't entered for your chance to win some polymaker filament, enter for your chance now. We're going to be doing the giveaway at the end of the stream. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. You get early videos when I do videos, and you get to hang out when we do members only live streams, and also extra channels in the Discord. So a pre-cut piece of pitifa. So we're gonna put that pitifa in here. So that just goes, little piece of pitifa in there. And make sure it goes down all the way. There we go. And then we slide this over. There we go. Pitifa is installed. There we go. Join the extruder in the lower section of the tool head. So that locks in there. You put it over and you click it. So that means we have to finish putting our cutter in this. So we do that now. Hopefully I don't slice myself. Oh. Did a video on it, but missed, dang it. Did a video on what? Just Google like bamboo vertical oval hole and I'm sure something will come up. Although, did you see somebody got their Maker World account banned? Somebody got their Maker World account banned and all their points confiscated because they uploaded a model of the Taiwanese flag. I've seen that on Reddit. There we go. Yeah, so this works. This one that came with the files, the blades that came with the kit are too long. This one is the updated one, which isn't on the GitHub yet, but it was sent to me from the team. So this, see how it will cut the filament perfectly. So, seen that happen a couple times. It is like, it's It's childish. I'm sorry, it is childish. Okay, so let's loosen this, because that's probably a little too tight. Loosen this guy a little bit. Okay, so apparently how this works now is we have the back. So all these guys over here. So let me get a zip tie in here so I can zip tie this all together. This is gonna be annoying. Wasn't surprised, yeah. So that kind of throws a whole wrench in there. All, we don't take any of your data. Well, then why do you care about what's, you know, regional issues? There we go. Look how clean that looks, other than all these freaking wires. Okay, so now we need to fit this in here. So let's see, apparently this needs to lock into this. Okay, that's loose, so that can move. Okay, whatever. There we go. Okay. So that's that. Try not to cut myself while I do this. Now that should pivot down. Grab that. There we go. And hopefully you only got to take it apart for maintenance. So if you need to take it apart, because you have to like swap out the blade or something, well, you can just unscrew the screw. But if you need to like open it up to do any maintenance, you undo the latch and you can open it up and take it apart. But we're not going to bother with that for now. I think you only need the PTFE in. I didn't put a PTFE in here. I don't think I needed to put a PTFE in there. I'm going to double check with the instructions, but just double check. There we go. That moves freely, which is what you want to see. That went together really good. I'm actually happy how well that went together. Like that actually, this is such a nice package. That's what she said. Okay. There we go, previous. Let me just double check. I didn't need to put a PTFE tube in there. Insert the filament guide bearing into the cut. Yeah, there was no PTFE needed in the bottom. Okay, we're good. Good. Okay. So we did that. We did that. Next, mount to printer. Okay, cool. So now we got to finish hooking up all the wires to this. Oh God. So Let's take a look here at what we got. Because we got a bunch of wires here, and I don't know where any of these go. This is going to be fun. What's also going to be fun is this needs to mount to this now. So how do we mount this to this? That is the question. Well, the answer is a bunch of printed parts that I printed earlier. Because I went on a little adventure to a Discord, and I found the beta parts for the tap mount. And I didn't know if I wanted to print them in black or red, so I printed them in both because I was too lazy to walk out to my garage to figure out which printer, which of the 2-core ones had black and which one was red. So I loaded up all the parts I wanted to print and I printed them on both. That way I would ensure that I would have the colors I wanted. Please tell me I'm not the only one who's done that. So I don't know how these work, how this mounts. But I think I got to put a mount plate on and then this, or... Okay, so that goes like that. So then I got to somehow mount this to this. And I don't know how that mounts. I actually have no idea how this mounts because this goes on here. Yeah, this is a CNT fit tally kit. So this goes on like that. So I can mount this on here. Take this off now too. 1 second. Oh, I gotta fix that crimp. I gotta figure out how this mounts to that. I think it's just 2 screws. I think you just put the heat sets there. And then, yeah, I think that just, yeah, that just holds on like that. There's only 2 screws. There are only 2 screws that hold this on. Because oh, I got that zip tie to that side. Yeah, so you have 2 screws go through there and that locks that on. So this needs to mount to that, which I might need to adjust clearance here. We might need, yeah, we're gonna have to move this to, I think, this guy. So we have clearance for tap. So I'm gonna have to swap that with this. So this will sit up higher. Okay, so we gotta swap this out. So let's take this off. Crimping wires? Crimping wires is easy. Once you know what you're doing, crimping wires is easy. I'll be honest. It's not that big of a thing. It's not, oh yeah, I still have that camera set up. Still, it's not that big of a thing. It's, once you get in the groove and you're vibing, you're good. We have clearance. Roger. What's your vector, Victor? I am so happy the new Naked Gun movie was funny. Like, you have no idea how happy I was that that movie was actually funny. It's actually somewhat chilly in here. I got a bit of a cold nose. that out. No, why am I doing this like a Neanderthal? Why screw stuff with your hands when you can screw stuff with power tools? Quit the wrong day to quit sniffing glue. You know what? We're going to go with red. We're going to go with a red one. Why? Because why not? It's an accent piece. Let's make it an accent piece. Saw Avatar on Thursday, really enjoyed it. Yeah, I like the Avatar movies. They are entertaining to watch and they look amazing. And like it's funny, it is good watching a movie where like it's all CGI and you forget it's CGI. Also, this is gonna sound, I'm sure this will get, you know what? I'm putting my foot down. Sam Worthington is a good actor in this role. I really like his acting in this role because he is playing just a dude. Like, yeah, he comes off as like kind of wooden and whatnot because he's literally playing just a random grunt who got sent halfway across the world or across the universe. He's just a dude. Like, he wasn't like, he's playing a paraplegic Marine. For somebody who has been in the military, people in the military aren't the most like outward with their emotions. So it kind of makes sense to have him be this like kind of gruff Marine type person, right? Also, I love when people in a movie, especially like this one, it comes out often in Avatar, but like other movies, where it's like, oh, he's playing an American, but his Australian accent is coming out. And I'm like, the movie is set 150 years in the future. The fact that they're speaking with normal English, like, take English from 150 years ago, and the accent's gonna change. So guess what? In 150 years from now, his accent's normal. Like, it's 150 years in the future. You expect Americans to speak exactly the same as Americans today? Like, I always find that funny in movies, especially any movie that's set like in the future or whatever, where they're like, oh, the accent. I'm like, what about it? It's 150 years in the future. What do you think the accent's going to sound like? Okay. So I got to put some heat sets in this, I think. Yeah. I wish I had the link for these. Where did I find the link for these? Let me find the link for this. Because I think there was like... the joy of following... Yeah, it's on the Carrot Collective Discord. Bracket for Chaotic Lab. Tap adapter. By the way, if you're wondering what the instructions are for this, put inserts here. That is the instructions. Put inserts there. Okay. Let me get my little insert press and I will put inserts there. So I want to put it together before I put it in the printer, just to make sure it works. And I actually have this put together correctly. Lose 20%. Well, let's be honest, English is effed as a language because so much of English is just based on, oh, you just kind of intrinsically know the meaning of whether the weather is the right weather that you use over there, there, or there. And it's like, we just make shit up all the time. No capping, shit be bussin' for real, for real. Skibbity Gyat, Ohio. 6'7". We just make shit up. You just go with it. You just go with it. Just go with it. Also, I am totally putting these in, and this is not the right size hole for this. So I'm just gonna blow through and just melt these in. So. TS100. No, this is literally the cheapest soldering iron I bought on Amazon in a stealth press. I like these ones because you can just plug them into mains, and they have a switch built in, so you can just turn them on and off. So I like them for stealth presses. I have a TS100 that I use for actual soldering, but that's in my drawer. Plus, you add the fact of the internet and internet lingo and slang and whatnot. So English is fun. Although, I'll be honest, I'm a fan of the cyberpunk slang. Because I've been playing a bunch of cyberpunk lately. And it's like, damn, Chun, this food is preem, definitely worth the eddies. You know? But afterwards, we got a delta. Don't be a gonk, bro. Don't be a gonk. What iron is this? Oh, this is my iron. Folks had to explain, you betcha. My team leader, when I worked at the mold shop, my team leader was Hong Kong Chinese, Feng. His name was Feng. And great guy, but he was Hong Kong Chinese. And he'd been in Canada for 20 years, but he only learned the English he needed to learn, if that made sense. So I had to explain to him English phrases all the time, right? Like, it was always a joke with the handmen, because the handmen, they were Vietnamese, so they didn't like him because he was Chinese. Because for those that don't know, this is true. It is what it is. It just is what it is. They don't get along. But this was explained to me by a Chinese guy. But it's like, they all don't like each other, but they all together don't like Japanese people. Because we had like all of them in my shop, and you could tell there was like tribal wars over like lunchroom seating. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about. I would have to explain to him, because it's like the handmen, oh, they're milking it. Like, oh, he was told they're milking it. You'll get the job later. They're milking it right now. And he comes up and he's like, they told me he's milking it. What is milking it? Like cow? And I'm like, they're milking it. You know, they're just sitting there like, it's like milking a cow, right? You're just kind of taking your time. You're milking a cow. And he's like that? I'm like, ugh. The joys of having to be an interpreter. Because unfortunately, I actually got saddled with the job as the interpreter. Because before I did mold making, I worked in an insurance broker. And our book of business was primarily the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area. So you got really good at understanding bad English. So because I was really good at understanding bad English and I got along with everyone, I was the guy that the foreman would come grab when one of the handmen couldn't explain what he was telling him because he didn't know enough English. So he would grab me and be like, Taylor, what the hell is this guy telling me? And he would say the exact same thing he's been saying to the foreman to me. I'd be like, oh, he needs like an extra 20 minutes. This part right here is all rough and he needs to overwork it some more. And he's like, oh, thank you. I'm like, you could understand that? He's like, no. I'm like, bruh, try. It's not that hard. Yeah, English is a mess because it's a kit. English is kit bashed. English is kit bashed from a bunch of different languages. There's French in there. There's German in there. There's some Italian in there. Tornado. Like there's a lot of English that's just kit bashed. Who here knows why we call cows cows and the meat from cows beef? The reason we have, like, we call animals animal and we call the meat from the animal something else, when in other languages they don't do that, is because back in the olden times, if you were high culture, you were Norman, right? In Britain, you were, I think it was Norman, which is from France area. So you called the meat beef, because you only saw the beef. You only saw the meat. You weren't a peasant. You weren't out in the village looking at cows. So I gotta clear out the plastic now. So yeah, English is what happens when you kit bash a language. And then you add brain rot. When you conquer most of the world. Although it's funny, outside it's English, and then for the longest time French. French is actually a very common language worldwide as well. It's very common in Africa, and I think some of Southeast Asia as well. French is pretty common. I know in a lot of African countries, French is like the nom de guerre. That's impossible. Okay, so I'm pretty sure how this works. So I'm gonna have to mount this on here. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so it's gonna mount to that. So I'm doing this wrong. I'm putting this together now, and then I'm gonna have to take it apart because I need to make sure that this actually goes together properly before we go and put it in the printer, because this is all put together, so I want to make sure this actually all mounts up properly. So put that aside, we'll get this wiring done. So LDO Nighthawk 36, LDO Nighthawk 36, because I need to see the wiring for this so I can make sure I plug everything in correctly. There we go. Okay, so get some wires in here. We're in a trench coat. 3 languages, we're in a trench coat. And then you have America, where you change words as protest to whom the origins. Hey, as somebody who was around during the whole freedom fries thing, we just laughed at that. I like shortening these a little bit. I like cutting off one tab so that they sit fully in here instead of having a little bit of exposed wire. What I do. Okay. And I forgot to check, are all these fans, I'm assuming these fans are all 24 volt fans. I'm hoping they're all 24 volt fans. I forgot to check. I'm hoping they're all 24 volt fans. I'm assuming they're 24 volt fans. All LDO kits are usually 24 volt fans. Let me just check the jumpers. Otherwise, magic smoke, yeah. We'll find out. I mean, Jabberwocky. It doesn't tell you what actually comes in the kit. I'm assuming they're 24 volt fans. just says, it's a GitHub page. I'm pretty sure they're, find the fan bag. Actually, good point. It just says 3010 blower. I'm assuming they're 24 volts. They're usually all 24 volts. Every LDO kit I've used is usually 24 volts, so just pull it out, F it. Did I screw that in? I can't remember if that's screwed in, whatever. Oh, I got the PTFE in there. Yeah, it ain't coming out. I'm assuming they're 24 volts fans. They're usually 24. That jumper to the right. That's, oop, I gotta move that one over. That one's to the left. Or no, that's, yeah, to the left, 24 volt. And that one is up for the part cooling fan. Okay, cool. So let's get this going. So we have, which one's a thermistor? This guy's a thermistor. Where is the thermistor? It's this guy. So I'm gonna cut this zip tie. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of finagling here. Okay. Hotend cooling fan, HEC, is this guy right here. The LEDs are going to be fun to do. You go here. Okay. Part cooling fan 2 will go over here. Part cooling fan 1 will go over here. I do like how they have 2 headers for the part cooling fan on this board, because you have 2 part cooling fans and then you have a header on each side, and then you have a 3rd header for the fan. So we got that there. Now, how do these LEDs wire up? I'm assuming how the LEDs work is, I'm assuming the short wire, because they're neopixels, so they're chained. So I'm assuming this one, because this has a female, that goes like that. Okay, and then this one probably goes into, where's the Archiba? That one's the Archiba, the one on the left. This is the Archiba. There we go. We got these stupid wires back in their channel. Ah, come on. Zip tie. Wrong camera, shoot. The Huron Iroquois war Canada meaning village was apparently mistaken. Yep, that's the for the Canadians in the audience. You know the part of our heritage video series, right? That we've all seen that. What is this land called? And they're like, Kanata. And he's like, oh, this land is called Kanata, Canada. And then the missionaries with him, he's like, it just means village. He's leading us to his village. And he's like, no, that's what they call this land, Kanata. Because, you know, I'm a intrepid European explorer. I know better than the natives. Okay, so then this will go on that. Okay, and I think we need 45s for this. Do we have 45s for this? 35s? What do we have for mounting screws? Let's see, what do you use to mount this? Maybe it is the 35s. Have you ever been to Wales? No, but I have watched a video of somebody speak Welsh and go, wow, I don't understand any of that. Okay, that is correct. Okay. So let's mount this to this. So this is going to go on here like this. So that is that. That is that. So we're going to need... Are these long enough? Nope. 12s, M312s. Whoever designed this did not do the right clearance. They did not clearance these properly. Clearance, clearance. We need more clearance, clearance. Yeah, they did not clearance these properly. Do I have my drill down here? I don't know if my drill's down here. Shoot. Might have to hand ream these. My drill is here or downstairs? Welsh closer than English. I think so. Stupid. I mean, it's nice that I got a working furnace in my house again, but I'm waking up every morning with like a dry throat, which sucks. Where's my drill at? There's my impact drill. Where's my... Oh, shoot. I think it is downstairs. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, it's right here. It's behind me. Why did you guys tell me it was behind me? Thought you were helping me. There we go. How big of a screw do I need for that? Okay, 14 mil. I don't have 14 mil, so 12 mil will do. Love the Scottish accent. Problem is, every time I hear Scottish, I just think of Star Trek. Because of Scotty. Dang it, that won't work. I am going to have to get longer screws for this. Yeah. Why is my phone going off? Who keeps... Oh. YouTube's like, you're live right now. And I'm like, Bruh, I know that, bruh. There we go. Okay, so I do have 14s. That'll work. I actually do have 14s. Okay. Oh, I gotta take more screws off. This won't work. Oh, wait, shoot. What is going on here? This might not work. This might not work. Because there is... Those aren't gonna work. Shoot! That ain't gonna clear. Oh, you wanna know what? I'm going to have to modify this file. I'm going to have to modify this file because I think this is designed to work with the Chaotic Lab tap, not the Vitalik tap. Because on the Vitalik tap, these screws that hold the carriage on sit up high. See how they're not flush? And this is supposed to mount over this so that you can mount this to this. So I got to modify this to have clearance in the middle so that I can clear those screws and fit in there. Shoot, we are definitely going to have to do a little bit of work here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a little bit of science. So we're going to do some modification of these files right here, right now. So this shouldn't be too hard. All I'm going to do, I just got to put some clearance back here. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Because then that'll mount to that. I can put those two in there. This goes down here. So you put the two screws down here. And then this mounts to that. And then we are happy-go-lucky mounting this to that. A Dremel? I mean, I could Dremel it. I could. There is nothing stopping me from getting the Dremel. But we're better than that, damn it. Not by much. Not by much, but we are better than that. So what I need to do is do a transfer here. Oh God. Oh, am I gonna risk it? Oh. Do I have gloves? Please tell me I have gloves. I've been wearing gloves for this. If you know why I'm wearing gloves right now, you're talking to somebody who like gloops with their hands, okay? I am using gloves with this shit. If you know, you know. Dremel chest clearance, then measure and reprint. That's a good idea. That's totally what we're gonna do. So just throw these in. So I have 4 screws in here. So yeah, if you know, you know. Dicam High Spot Blue. Oh, I'm running low on this stuff. Precautions, wear gloves. No, it's Dicam High Spot Blue. This is basically like pen ink. Marking fluid? No, it's not like, kinda. It's not like layout blue, which evaporates. This stains. This, if it gets on you, good luck getting it off. Like, this is like horrible for you. I'm looking if I have a Q-tip. I do not. I can use anything, but just use that. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. Yeah, this shit does not come off. Like, do I have like a skin analog? What's close to skin? I don't know. What do I have? Like, just put in perspective. Here's a piece of just plastic. So I have a little bit on there. Okay, just a little bit on there, like this. Like it stains everything it touches in the garbage. This shit will like look, I got it on my gloves. It's all over this glove already, and I tried to keep it off my hands. Similar to hen ink, it's spotting blue. It is horrible, but it works really good at what it does. So. Okay, so only 2 of them are tall enough to actually do that, but it gives us an idea where we gotta go. Okay, so now I gotta clean this off. Yeah, see what I mean? I only put a dab of it on the tops of the screw heads. See what I mean? See what I mean? Okay, that's good. Yeah, you can use grease too, but you can see we got the transfer there. Okay, so I basically need to clear, which sucks that I only have the STLs for this. So, how wide are these? Okay, so 6 mil. So I need to clear a trench. So let me get these files. Let's get these files. We're gonna do some CAD work now. Let me download this, and then we'll do a little CAD work. So I'm just gonna do 2 slots across it. Be quick and easy. There we go, Carrot Collective. Let me download the bracket. Yeah, it's for the Chaotic Lab. Because the thing I'm kind of worried about is mounting, if that goes there, is clearing our little mount for this. So I might have to play around with that. We might have to shift the mount up and do a little bit of reconfiguring, or I can change this a little bit because I think I could put more clearance on that because I don't think this needs to be that big. Okay, so CNC tap adapter. So this is what we have here. And I need to add 2, I don't know what this hole is for. I honestly don't know. But this is the mount. So we need to modify this in Fusion. Open with, can I open it with Fusion? No, let me just, Fusion. Also, if you snore, you could be sleep apnea. I don't really snore too much. Like if I sleep on my back, I snore, but I don't sleep on my back. I sleep on my belly. I sleep like this. I face down, sleep like this. That's how I sleep. And I have to look to my left. If I sleep like this, I can't sleep. I have to sleep like this. Some STLs. I know. Hacking and butchering STLs in Fusion is always fun. File, open, computer, downloads. Okay. So how do I convert this to a mesh? How do I convert? Oh, shoot. There's a stupid command. Mesh. Insert, select, modify, assemble. Which one is it? Scale mesh. Mesh tools. I haven't done this in a while. Love how Tinker. Yeah, but I don't use Tinkercad. I don't like Tinkercad's workflow. Pair. Pair, generate face group, combine. Is that it? Oh, it's thinking. It's thinking. Oh. Okay. So create. Solid, create. New sketch. So actually. Okay, how do I mesh on that? No, I want to sketch on that plane. Modify and convert to solid. Modify, convert sketch. The S menu. Oh, shortcut. Okay. Convert mesh. Oh, there you go. Convert to solid. So solid, bounding solid. Mesh, modify, convert. Mesh, modify. Where's convert? I don't see convert. Oh, convert mesh. Has more than 1,000 triangles. Hopefully the stream don't crash. That you had to disable the timeline? I can't remember. I don't do this often. Like, this isn't something I do it too often. Because all I want to do is be able to sketch on the back dimensions and then just cut out a thing. Because all I want to do is just kind of, because if I can sketch, I can just, you know, sketch up, you know, a certain distance there, cut out a slot, and then a certain distance there, cut out a slot. Easy peasy. There we go. Oh. There we go. And usually what I do is I delete like a face and then it all goes flat or something. Ah, oh shoot, it is hanging up right now. Whoa. Uh-oh. If I suddenly disappear, make sure you like the smash button, ring the bell, and subscribe. Yeah, yeah, that's what I usually do. You just click like one face and then it like makes it one flat face instead of a flat face made of a bunch of triangles. Because that's the problem. Meshes, for those that don't know, STLs is all triangles. STLs are triangles. So you delete a couple triangles and it makes it a flat. It's... Phone is going off like crazy. See? Oh, come on, it's still thinking. This honestly probably would have been easier to do in Windows 3D Builder. He's got paid. I don't have paid. This ain't paid Fusion. Do you see not for commercial use up top? Good thing I'm not, you know, good thing I'm not making ads here. Okay, dang it. I was hoping, usually if you delete a couple, it makes it flat, but. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Good enough, whatever. I mean, all we're doing is hacking this, so, okay. So, solid, create a mesh. Yeah, sure, we'll use the surface, whatever. Okay, so, create a line. Is this gonna be dimensionally accurate? No, who cares? Close enough. Boom. Okay. Because, okay, that's a 90 degree. Okay, why? Oh, shoot, our scale is way off. We are like 10x scale. Somehow this is 120 millimeters. We're like 10x sized. I forgot when it converts it to mesh, it makes it 10 times bigger. So we're gonna have to shrink it back down. Shit. Let me scale it quickly. Escape, escape, finish sketch, whatever. Okay, bodies, mesh body. How do I scale it? Modify or scale? 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 Scale. Scale factor 10.1. If it's 1.0, if I go to 0.1, it's... Need to go down to 10%. Because our line that we need to draw, I probably should have, I could have modified this in Fusion, or in frickin', we're just making stupid clearance. I could have just bashed this out in no time. Because I just need a clearance that is approximately, what is that? That is approximately 27.3 millimeters. Okay. Oh. Making cow from hamburger. Pretty much. This is such a mess. Honestly, ready? Watch. You want to watch? Do I have edit? Oh, I don't have Windows 3D Builder in this. Okay, you ready? Fusion, or frickin' this, delete. Okay, ready? Ready? Jabberwocky tap adapter. Okay, cool, hi, cool. Look at this, look at this. Okay, insert, add shape, or correction, no, where is it? Where is it, where is it, where is it? It is, I wanna add, there we go. Add negative volume, box. Okay, so I need this to be, jeez. .23 millimeters. Okay. 23 on the X. .24 on the Y. How deep? 1.2, so do 1.6. Okay. And then it needs to clear approximately 7 millimeters from the bottom. Okay, so what is that, 90? We will say 95. There's 5, 6, 7. There we go. And then cool. Done. That's all I had to do. Done. There we go. That'll work. Clearance, clearance. Clearance, clearance. Okay, Cricket. Add some support. You know what? Just be safe, just so I have a little bit more. There. A little bit extra. Cool. Okay. Paint on some support. On overhangs only. Smart fill. Support, support, support. 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 Support, support. Support, support. There we go. Corner. 40%. Print settings. 455. Cool. Slice now. Wow, was that so hard? Yeah, Fusion's still freaking having an aneurysm. There we go. Wow, that was so hard, guys. Cool. Send to connect. Are we going to print this in black or are we going to print this in red? Let's print this in black. That is core 1, 1. Select, ready, print, confirm. Cool. I got a feeling I'm gonna have to redo all these crimps too, but do that on my own time. Okay, purple. Oh, there's software to update. Cool. Well, in that case, I think we're pretty much done. Can't really go too much further because I need the new one. It will fit. I will have to make some adjustments for the tap mount to clear this little block here, but that's just Dremel it. I don't need too much clearance there. Don't need a lot. Just needs to clear a little. But we'll make that work. And then I think that's about it. I think that's about it. So we have the, ooh, don't touch this. That's got blue on it. I'm getting rid of that. I don't want to get layout blue all over me. What are the EBB? Size reasons. You can only fit so many things in a certain area, and also the fittings have to be strong enough to withstand, or like have to be properly rated. It's a standards thing. It is what it is. But there we go. I think that was a pretty productive construction part of the stream. I am so happy how this tool head turned out though. That is a very nice looking tool head, I must say. That is a very nice looking tool head. I'm really happy how that turned out. Got some LEDs down there. Look at that. That is a clean tool head. That is a clean tool head. Okay, what are we gonna do now? I mean, we could, because I don't want to pull the printer out and rip it apart, because Tuesday we're gonna be working on the stealth changer. So I don't want to have two V2s ripped apart at the same time. So put these over here just in case I need them. So let me just get a little bit of organized here. Let's just get a little organized up, and then maybe if we get a couple gifted streams, I'll unbox the VVD and make you all happy. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta have something to tease you with. At least it's not Twitch where you have to like have goals every stream. If we get 10 gifted subs, I'll dance. Or I don't know. What do people do on Twitch to get hype trains? Gonna need you. Okay, so I got this box of stuff and this box of stuff. I will put them up here on this because that's for the stealth changer. Andrew Rogers gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. I'm gonna keep the boxes too. Don't want to lose them because they look nice. It's aesthetics. Gergman gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. Okay. You guys do know I am making room so we can unbox the VVD right now. I want to see what's in the box too. I want to know what's in the box too. Okay. That is heating up. Let me... What's in the box? What's in the box? I need to get new knives. These are... Do I have blades? Can I swap out? Do I have extra blades? I have end mills. Why do I have carbide end mills? What's in this mellow fly box? What the hell is all this shit? Oh, those are some fancy blowers. Oh, this is stuff for that. I gotta go through my work toolboxes at some point because I have stuff in here that's actually I should probably be using for stuff. Oh, I got another scale. Heck yeah. That's a spool. What are you? Exhaust joint crack compound sealer. Okay. Gum. Gum. Oh, hey! My little astronaut. I still have this guy. My stormtrooper astronaut. I'm pretty sure I printed this. Was in my work toolbox. I'm pretty sure I printed this on a Monoprice Select Mini. I am pretty sure I printed this guy on a Monoprice Select Mini back in the day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I printed this on a Monoprice Select Mini. It's been in that toolbox for like 6 years. Back you go. I also found gum. Steve, two pounds, dance monkey dance. And Matt became a channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. Best way to support the channel is just become a channel member. If everyone who has a gray name right now signs up for the $2 a month channel membership, that would make me the happiest person in the world. That's all. That's the only thing that I ever ask for is just, if you're enjoying the content, consider becoming a channel member. We do 3 streams a week, $2 a month. Fair and valid. It's a very fair exchange, I believe. Ooh. It's in the box. Ooh. Honestly, I don't think there's much in here. I don't think there's much in here. I think it's just the VVD. Ooh. That new VVD smell. Well, the lid's open, so how do I get this out without it? Anyway, I'm just gonna do it the Neanderthal way. Eric became a channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. And cheers, Steve Knob, for the gifted membership. Okay. Okay, we do have some stuff in the bottom. Okay, so we got some PTFE. Got that. It's going right back in the box, by the way, so I'm not throwing the box away. Ooh. Ooh la la, fancy stuff. Anson Services became a channel member. Cheers and appreciated. There we go. Le Vivid. So we got down in here, we got some little storage cubbies for some desiccant. That's nice to see. They're pretty voluminous. So you got built-in desiccant. You have a blower right here. This is a blower fan. So I think this has a built-in dryer. You got your filament inlets here are metal. So you don't have to worry about them wearing out. These are metal. I'm assuming aluminum. I'm assuming they're aluminum. Yeah, they're aluminum. Got our rollers here. Do they pop out? I'm sure they pop out with some force, but I don't want to force them. So let's grab a good old spool of Prusament, because I know the Prusament spools don't like working in the AMS. So we got ourselves a partially tangled spool of PET G. Oh, plenty of room for activities. Plenty of room. So which ones are the drive gears, or do they just spin? I think they just spin. Oh no, no. How does it rewind then? So they're just on rollers. Go. How heavy is it? It's got some weight to it. On the back, we got 4 out. We got an output and an input plug. We got a main power plug and an on and off switch. I believe it does have a heater in it. It does have a heater in it, so it has its own power. On the bottom, we got nothing. We got 4-pin to 4-pin. A USB breakout, a USB to 4-pin, power plug. That is that's not the right. Is this European? Is this a European plug? It's not a British plug, I don't think. Is it a British plug? It's 250 volt. I don't know. This ain't the right plug for me, but I don't care, because we got some oh, we got some nuggets. Got some wire nuggets. And then this is our 4-in 1-out splitter. So this is our buffer, I'm assuming, right here. I think this is what goes on the back of your printer. Yeah, this goes on the back of your printer somehow. Okay. Cool. It's a China plug? Oh. I can get one in. I can get one of them in. Oh, guys, I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. 1 second here. Oh, it's over here. I know how to fix this. They're just bent. So we're just gonna get, I'm just gonna get my pliers, and we're just gonna, there we go. There we go. And then this one, I gotta make it round, so we'll just, there we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. Good. You know what's scary? That lines up. That lines up. That is a little scary. I have 1,000,001 C14 plugs. I don't need to worry. There we go. Cool. So I'm not going to bother plugging it in or hooking it up or anything until we actually have a printer to put it on. These are magnetic. This you can take off. It looks like it's just 2 nuts. So if you want to take the lid off for whatever reason, you probably can. It'll be nice to have a blower. This will be nice to have a dryer, because then I can just keep filaments that are in need of drying dry out here. That'll be nice. Is there 110 or 240 of the VVD? I'm assuming it doesn't matter. I'm assuming it just handles it internally, because there's nothing on the outside that says a voltage. Like, there's not even a requires, which that actually might be a problem in some jurisdictions. It doesn't actually say what it is. Like, usually most electronic things will tell you what voltage it needs and the amperage and like your basic, you know, input stats. This doesn't say it. I posted my unboxing video overnight, which shows the unit on. Nice. I'm just trying to find it here on products. Where is the VVD? BTT Vivid. Where is Vivid? Heat beds, extruder kits. Where is it? Vivid, Vivid, Vivid. Do they have a store page for it? Picture track. Oh, Vivid. Good. There you go. Yeah, I'm assuming there's no difference between the different. Yeah, run out, continuous, print while drying, 16, so you can daisy chain them. Works on any printer, 16 colors. Happy Hair firmware support. Print dry. Can we open this up? So the only thing is that I'm actually a little concerned about, or actually, okay, so we got 2 screws here. And then a couple screws in there too. And they're just regular socket heads. They're nothing fancy. No torques or anything. How's the molding look? Not bad. Bad. Molds for this kind of stuff, like the lid, this molds for this shit is annoying. If anyone from Big Tree Tech is watching this, I don't think there's anyone up right now. Actually, they might be awake. It's 10:16 in the morning. They might be watching. Or actually, no, it's the weekend. They wouldn't be watching. They're at home doing home stuff. They better not be working right now. Molding giant clear polycarbonate things. I used to work, we did lens molds occasionally, like automotive headlight molds. You want hell. Work on an automotive mold. Ooh, is that a vent? Oh, it's a vent. Oh, wow. You can, if for whatever reason, you could rotate this and it vents. There's a little vent under here. So you can rotate it up and it vents. And then you can turn it and it seals. So it's venting there. There's like a little spring under it. Yeah, it pops up. You should try molding camera lenses. Oh God, well, aren't those glass? Yeah, so that's a little vent. So if you want to like, I'm assuming if you're running it in dry mode, you want to open the vent. If you want to dry out really wet filament, I think you want to open the vent. And I'm assuming the intake's on the back. Yeah, I'm assuming the intake is, where is the intake? Got a heater, so it's got an intake from somewhere. I don't see an intake. It might just be taking in air from like the holes in the molding. Cheapos are plastic. Oh, okay then. Venting when drying and sealed when trying to keep dry. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a fully contained system. I think it is. So if you want to dry, you just turn that and it opens the vent. And so when you're running the heater, the moist air has somewhere to escape to because hot air rises and it'll escape out. And then if you just want to keep it dry like a dry box, you just seal it up and it's all sealed up. Very nice. Feels solid. Do we have any big spools? So this is a Prusament spool. Okay, yeah, these do. Oh yeah, okay, there's the drive gears, yeah. There's the drive gears. Why don't I see drive gears on? Oh, they might engage and disengage. Yeah, they might be on servos to engage and disengage or something. Okay, yeah, because they have... Yeah, it does use any AC rated power. Victory Tech VVD, that, power cord, a bunch of PTFE tube, ferrite ring. These you put on cables so interference isn't as bad from my understanding. Filament buffer and that all images are illustrative. Cool. What other spools can we try? Let's grab a polymaker spool. Well, actually, it's a Jesse spool, but cardboard spool fits good. I'm pretty sure they designed this to be like a couple millimeters wider than most spools. So yeah, the Jesse spools fit. Jesse spools fit. Let me grab a polymaker spool. Polymaker spool. Oh, that fits with plenty of room. Let's grab one of the new Prusament spools. Oh, plenty of room. And then perfect. Yeah. So all these spools, 2 of them wouldn't fit in an AMS. The Jesse spools and the Prusament spools didn't fit in the AMS. They like designed it so it would like just not work because F you. Instead of making it, hey, let's have extra clearance so, you know, people can use whatever. It's like, nope, we're gonna make it to fit our spools that are ever so slightly narrower than everyone else, and then screw the system. That's nice. I like it. Yeah, so you have, oh, I see. So that, okay. So there's like a cam that rotates so it, okay, I see how that works. So they use, that drives that. Okay. So it's like a camming action. Oh, okay, so that's how it does the unwinding. Okay, that makes sense. Or the buffering. That makes sense. Very nice. I think I have a piece of something in here. Let's see. Yep, they definitely tested mine. There's like a little fluff filament there. And then you got the Bowdens on the inside. Very nice. Very nice. And it does have an actual gasket around it. It actually has like an actual gasket around it with a groove. And then you can see here, it's hard to see, but there's like a little thin rib that actually like slides into the, let's see. Come on, come on. Okay. Yeah, this camera sucks on zoom mode. See, there's, yeah, that little slot there, and then you have a slot in there, and it slides in and locks in. So it actually like seals. Down under is looking at the code. It looks like the RFID setup is only for Big Tree Taxi. There is such a thing. So here's the thing. If it's open source, there's pretty much, I don't think there'd be anything stopping you from being able to read the Prusament spools and the open Prusament system, right? The open tag system. Prusa open tag. I don't know if Big Tree Tech is on this list, but like we got Prusament, printed solid, Voron. Hey, go Voron. Positron, 3D Fuel, Filamentum. So like, it would be really nice if we could get, if Big Tree Tech would get in on this, and then you just get one of these and then you throw it on any printer, and now you can read the spools and whatnot. So I think the readers you can see, I think the readers are in this tag and this thing. So I think that's where the readers are. I think they're in these, this one and this one, because this one doesn't have it. So there's a reader that reads this, and then this one reads that, reads here, I think. That's how it works. It uses a different spec. How isn't RFID's RFID? It's just a rewritable RFID tag. Aren't they pretty? Isn't RFID pretty universal for the tags? Like, pretty simple. There's magnets at the front. Yeah, you can see the magnets here. One there, and then you got metal. So which means if you really want to make it stick even more, you can just stick more magnets on. If you want extra magnety goodness, you just take your magnets. You're like, more magnets, good sir, more magnets. Look at that. Oh God. Does that actually make it stronger? Or is that just, okay, close that. That does make the magnets stronger. Okay, so if you want the magnets to be stronger and you have extra Prusa magnets, the rectangular ones, just throw them on top. Just put one on each one, and it makes it that much stronger. There you go. I've had this thing for 2 minutes. I've already modded it and improved it. Look how much stronger that is, literally. So I'm lifting it up. Take the magnets off. I'm doing the exact same thing. It makes it that much more locking, just putting some extra magnets on it. Okay, there we go. Well, you got to keep it even. I'm going to leave those on. More magnet, more betterer. Extra magnet power. Cool. Yeah, molding this lid would have been a bitch. Okay, put all that in there. Oh, I screwed up. That stupid thing opened on me. Trying to put all this back in here so I can close the lid. And put this back in the box. And then I think we're going to call it there because I got to get up early tomorrow. I got stuff to do. Good enough. Okay. Put this back in the box. Okay. Who wants to win some polymaker filament? Who wants to win some polymaker filament? Put a 1 in chat if you want to win some polymaker filament. Oh, wait, where's... I gotta put the top back on. So we're gonna do the giveaway in, what time is it right now? 10:27. You got 3 minutes. And then we're gonna do the giveaway. 3 minutes and we're doing the giveaway. Okay, this I'm throwing away. Always, if you got to throw out anything sharp, put tape over it so you don't accidentally like cut through the bag and slice your leg open like I've done before. Oh, hey, you finally warmed up. Okay, what's going on in the world? Paid opportunity for... I'm person from AHA, formerly a creator agency. We're managing a campaign for blank if this topic fits you. Product highlights. Company name. Collaborates with top tier AI platforms. Nope. Delete. Block. Block. Report spam. Back off. The amount of AI companies reaching out to content creators right now is obscene, and it's bullshit. I will never promote any sort of generative AI thing on here. Will there be an LDO Micron build? Yep. We got to start printing parts for it. I have the kit. The kit showed up over the holidays, so. I got a project to MCU plus NFC reader to rewrite tags for one of the format. Nice. I mean, I don't think you need too much to rewrite an NFC tag. I mean, you can do it with your phone. Do I have any beer? I don't have any beer. Oh no. I got a lot of Eggos though. Why do I have so many Eggos? I mean, I'm not complaining. I like Eggos, but I have a lot of Eggos. Thought this whole stream was created by AI. Notice how I have 5 fingers? I mean, we can't even use the finger thing anymore for AI. That's bullshit. Unify them with one format. Yeah. Like, I said a scenario. So imagine, like, you know, if you had your whole printer filament inventory on, a system, you'd be able to, like, pull out your phone or, like, log into, like, your local whatever, have a printer running it or whatever, or a server, and be like, okay, I need to print, you know, you just search black. Okay, I've got 8 spools of black filament. These spools have this much on it. And then you go to your shelf and you just grab a spool down and be like, I need to print something in, it's 300 grams of PETG. Grab a spool, scan it. Oh, okay, this is 400 grams. Oh, that's 250. Ooh, actually, that's ABS. That shouldn't be on that shelf. Like, it'd be really nice to just grab and scan really quickly, but it is what it is. Giving one finger to AI. I mean, there's no point. You reserve insulting stuff for something intelligent. AI is not intelligent. It's freaking clanker. It's not intelligent. If AI becomes sentient one day, I am all in support of that shit. I have no qualms about, like, literally, I have no qualms about acknowledging the sentience of an AI. And, like, yeah, sure, you can have rights. I don't care. Go for it. Have fun. Just, you know, try not to go Skynet on her ass, right? But, like, the AI we have now isn't AI. It's LLMs. It's really good predictive text, and it's not, it can't reason. It can't reason. And it's just, it's a money pit. Okay. Yeah, it's slop. Yeah. And it really sucks because it hurts normal video creators, so. Okay, are we gonna do the giveaway? Are we gonna go to the giveaway? Let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. And start attacking the way it's used. I mean, it goes hand in hand. We're attacking because it's being force-fed to us, right? It's like everything is getting, you know, there's a reason it's now been a week since I've had Windows on my main desktop. It's because every time I restart my computer, they shove AI into something new. It's like, I don't need to have freaking AI built into everything. I don't want it because, one, it's invasion of privacy. You think having an AI that can instantly answer, you know, what am I looking at right now that's constantly watching your screen? You think that's a good thing to have? Because even if they're not using it for malicious stuff, it means that the vector is there for somebody to potentially use it in a malicious way. It's not so much that the technology is being used in a bad way, it's that now there is a vector for the technology to be used in a bad way. It's the same reason I'm always a little bit hesitant of random companies throwing Clipper on a 3D printer and giving it to you, and it's a lockdown proprietary version of Clipper and you don't really know what it's running, because congratulations, you have now installed a Linux system on a chip. You have installed a Linux computer on your home network that is pulling updates from who knows where. You better hope that nobody gets their hands on that that's malicious, because, you know, it's not that, you know, it's not that I don't trust in 3D printing company here. It's I don't trust their security, because, you know, if banks get hacked all the time, if Amazon gets hacked, if Google gets hacked, how good do you think the security stack on, like, you know, a random 3D printer company is? That's what I'm always worried about. Smart TV. Oh God, smart TVs. The thing is, you can't buy dumb TVs anymore. That's the problem. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. Like, I am all for just buy like one of those cheap Think stations. Like, that's what I have, like a Think station on my main computer in my living room. It's just like one of those IBM Think stations that's like, it's got like an Intel i7 4770U and like 16 gigs of RAM and like a 256 gig $20 SSD in it. And I just run Linux Mint on that, and I just stream whatever I want. And that's my smart TV, because that TV is actually the only TV in my house that isn't a smart TV, is the TV in my living room. By the way, Fusion is still borked. Oh, wait. Oh, it's actually, okay, well, close that, don't save. PC is connected to main TV. I don't have a TV. Actually, I do have a TV in the wall in my computer room, but I can't remember the last time I even turned it on. My main desktop is a 27-inch 1440p monitor. I watch anything I watch on that, unless we're watching like stuff on, like me and the wife are watching something, then we'll just watch it on TV downstairs. I was in Costco on Wednesday. You can now get, they had like a 65-inch 4K for like 500 Canadian. I can't believe how, now granted it was like a Hisense TV or whatever, so it's not, you know, not the greatest in the world, but like for just like a cheap TV, like, oh God, $238. Like the TV in my living room, I bought it, I can't remember when I bought it. It was like the last year before 4Ks got cheap. It's a 55-inch Samsung 1080p. It's not a smart TV. So it's whenever, it was like the year before 4Ks and smart TVs became the norm. So it's not a smart TV. It's a 55-inch 1080p normal TV, and it's like an actual good Samsung one. But that's the TV we use the most. We have a 55-inch 4K downstairs, but it's just like a Toshiba Fire TV that we bought on sale like 3 years ago, and we just use it for like streaming stuff. Okay. How this works is if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker, but if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you get a free hat. This person right here in the back, I'm saying good luck to you because I'm not picking that ball. I'm picking this one right there. Muzin, if you win, you get a free hat. Good luck. Exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes anyone else go slower. Like the smash button, ring the bell, and be subscribed to the channel, and it will grease your ball up and make it go even faster. And if you're a channel member, you get 10x luck. Because luck is a indeterminate value, so you can't put a number on luck. But if you are a channel member, or become a channel member, it 10x's your luck though. So instead of being somewhat lucky, you get very lucky. But, you know, luck is fickle, so. $60-inch plasma. Is it still a plasma? Oh, geez, a plasma. Any burn-in? Although I will say, walking through the TV aisle at Costco and looking at like the 85-inch OLED TV that they have, that's 8K, playing that demo footage of HDR stuff, oh, that does look really good. I will say OLED looks so damn good. Although it's funny, since I put Linux on my desktop, my colors are better. I don't know if it's just me being like just a mental thing, but the colors on my computer now are better now that I'm on Linux. Like the blacks are blacker and the colors are just better. So, but yeah, it's been now, tomorrow will be 1 week since I put Linux on my main desktop, and I've been running CachyOS as my main operating system. And I'll be honest, it is going really good. Just normal daily use, no issues at all. It's been really smooth, so I've been happy. Almost TVO kids. Oh yeah, if you got kids, I'm lucky. My son doesn't watch TV. No Nero After Dark. We might do a Nero After Dark. I don't have anything to drink, so. Usually we do Nero After Dark if I have something to drink, but I don't have anything to drink, so. Run Fusion. I haven't tried running Fusion, and honestly, it's not a big hang up for me because I don't use Fusion that often, and when I do, it's usually on a stream, and both these computers that I use for streaming are Windows computers. So if I need to use Fusion, I'll just either come out to the garage or I'll use the computer downstairs. NAD Pro. Pro NAD. NAD Pro. You have won yourself a spool of Polymaker filament. NAD Pro. There we go. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Congratulations, NAD Pro.